Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
Transform your garden the easy way with sponsors of Series 20 of the podcast, Garden on a Roll. It's the perfect solution for beautiful, ready-made garden borders. If you love the look of professionally designed planting but don't have the time, knowledge or patience to plan it yourself, Garden on a Roll has you covered. Each border is expertly designed by award-winning garden designer Anthony Henn and delivered with a simple, pre-planned, biodegradable template you can roll out and plant in one go. No guesswork, no stress, just follow the instructions and enjoy the results. Whether you're refreshing a tired space or starting from scratch, you'll get a cohesive, seasonal design that works with plants chosen to thrive together and look great all year round. Choose your style and size, and everything you need is delivered to your door. It's planting by numbers. Visit Garden on a Roll today and bring your outdoor space to life.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. Good to see you today. We're going to go straight in. You're on our podcast
Yes.
today, but you're one of my solo episodes, so we don't have to
Great.
follow the rules that Ellen lays out. We could just have a little
Keeping you in
gossip.
check. So you're not being kept in check right now.
Exactly. But in the theme, I hope you get this cultural reference, because these days I've been using cultural references that mean a lot to me, but people haven't got them. So, what's your name and where'd you come from? And do you get that? Oh, you don't get? It's from Blind Date. Do you remember with Cilla Black? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I haven't had
Kim.
enough coffee
Oh.
yet this morning. I haven't had enough coffee yet. So no. But
Oh,
it's
well,
really good.
introduce yourself then.
Sorry to be boring. Can I just say, I'm going to introduce myself. Can you just see what's behind me? I don't know if
Yeah.
you can read it at all. If I just lift the screen up a
Uh-huh.
tiny bit there, there's some crazy pictures in the place that I'm staying at. It says press for champagne.
Yeah. Well, have you pressed it?
No,
You
I
should
did
press it.
consider it.
That's the first thing I do.
It's not
Oh,
attached to anything. I've had to also take some of the pictures down as well because I
really?
found them a little bit disconcerting. The ones in the bedroom, I had to
Oh,
take them down. I didn't want to go to sleep and then wake up and then just see
oh my
these images
gosh.
every night.
Are you're in an Airbnb, or what's the deal?
I am, yes, yeah, just
That's
away on a
great.
work trip, but that's
Sometimes
good
I'll
otherwise.
even rearrange furniture sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to feel at home, don't you?
Yeah.
You need to
Oh,
feel at home staying
totally.
somewhere for a few
Oh,
days, and
oh, hang on.
especially if there's any cuddly toys
Oh,
or anything
yeah.
that could really play with the imagination in the middle of the night, like little dolls, anything like that. It just has to be hidden in drawers.
But Kim, hang on. I know we want to have a gossip, but you do have to introduce yourself. Sorry.
I
Go on.
will, I will.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. My name's Kim Stoddart, and I edit Amateur Gardening magazine, and I'm an expert in resilient methods of gardening. I'm an entrepreneur. I do courses. I do lots of things. I like
Mhm.
getting very excitable
Yeah, me
about
too.
anything to do with gardening.
Oh,
Get very animated because I love it.
that was a lovely intro. That's the most formal part of the podcast, by the way. So
Thank you.
we're all good
I
now.
always find it quite tricky to say what I do
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I
same.
haven't said this, and actually there's
Yeah,
that.
that's totally. And
You
like,
must be the same.
but at least you can say editor of amateur gardening. Like for me,
Absolutely.
it took me many years to actually be able to explain it in one line or two words, and now I kind of say I'm a plant promoter. That's kind of, but
Oh, that's
it
nice.
didn't really make sense until a couple of years ago, and then I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing, because somehow I'm always busy, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you find otherwise that you start talking about all the things that you do and people start just
Yeah,
switching
yeah,
off
yeah,
and
yeah.
looking away like a tumbleweed
All they
moment?
need is like a strap line. Do you know what I mean?
They do, yeah. They want the
And you
quick
should know that as an
answer.
editor.
I know. Well, it's exactly cover line. I'm actually doing the cover today. So
Yeah.
I am go into cover line mode. So I do start speaking in cover
Ooh.
lines,
Oh
I
wow,
find.
that's cool. So what trip are you on? Where you at? PR trip?
Aha.
Or
Well,
is it
I'm
secret?
no, I can say I can't say completely if that's okay, because we
Okay.
haven't
Say it
announced it yet,
backwards.
but I say it backwards. Yeah. I say it with my hand over my mouth. So you can hear parts of it. So it's a new podcast that's launching in May. So
Hmm.
I've been away for a couple of days recording this, but we haven't actually announced it. So I probably can't say who it's with or what the name is quite yet, but it's very, very exciting. So it's something I've been thinking of doing for a long time, and I was
Yeah, yeah.
approached by said other person to do this. So
Yeah.
it's going to work
Wicked.
incredibly well. It's great for the magazine, just great for everything, really. And I love to talk,
That's
as you know.
super cool. Oh wow. And I guess that will it'll be one of very few magazines that have a podcast that are companies, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the
Or
thing with
the
amateur gardening,
obviously
yeah, it's
Gardener's
not amateur
World has, but
gardening.
yeah. No, go for it, yeah.
No, sorry, we're talking at the same time. We're getting all excitable. So, no, it's not actually an amateur gardening magazine podcast. So
Oh.
it's
Okay.
actually going to be separate. So, but I think this is really good because actually it'll be so beneficial for the magazine.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just doing it in a slightly different way.
Ah, you're such a side project, Sally.
Yeah, exactly.
That is great.
Exactly. And
Oh
it's,
my God.
that sort of can do things. So I think with this, I mean, obviously the world of gardening has changed so much, hasn't
Yeah,
it, over
yeah.
the years?
Oh,
And
totally. Yeah, yeah.
especially since the pandemic, and you need to keep with the times, you need to
Mm,
actually be relevant. So the magazine's doing incredibly well on the newsstand, but
yeah.
I just think we need to be doing more online. So this is just another way
Okay.
of actually tapping into that potential.
Yeah, because there's such a kind of there's a waiting audience there, because you see how a lot of the kind of newbies, as it
There is.
were, they're kind of like low key obsessed with Gardeners World, the program sometimes. It's like they're really the things that we see as sometimes old school, they kind of really latch onto and kind of like as a group, they really uplift it, which is such a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
It
I
really
don't know if
is.
people always recognize that, but it's really
It's
superb.
lovely. And I
Yeah.
think, with all the crazy things happening right now, which,
Mm.
don't want to talk about because it's all a bit doomy, isn't it? But, gardening is just so important. We know we're biased
Mm.
because we love it. But
Yeah.
actually to be able to switch off and spend some time nurturing
Mm.
plants, talking about plants is
Totally.
just such a magical thing to do. It just gives you hope for the future, doesn't it? You
Yeah.
sow a
Oh,
seed,
totally.
it grows into a plant, and
Mm.
so on and so forth. You pick flowers, you pick food for the table, but that is something that's real and it's tactile. You can see it in front
Yeah.
of you, you can touch it, feel it, and it's just lovely. So yeah, we all need a bit of that right now.
So how do you spin all these plates then? What are your kind of tips in that direction? Because you are doing a lot of different projects. How do you
I
know when
am.
you've got too many? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know. Speaking to Michael, who does so much, you know what it's like. It's work in progress. I don't have a set formula and think, oh, that's just it. So I have a very busy mind. So I
Hmm.
need to emotionally regulate. I need to do things that enable me to really sort of relax as well in a
Hmm.
positive
Hmm.
way. I get excitable. If I got bored, that would just be the worst thing for
Yeah,
me.
no,
So I
totally,
love it.
totally.
I love it and I'm passionate about it. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
doing something that I don't feel passionate about. That would be completely different.
Yeah, we're
But
completely lucky with that actually. I was
oh,
doing there
absolutely.
was one day last week I had to do video editing like all day and I was in my hotel room all day. And when I came out, I felt disorientated because I don't often have that big block of time where I'm forced to do one thing because since I've been
Right.
freelance for 10 years, I always wanted to have a mixed portfolio of work because I've got a short attention
Yes.
span. I think that's really what drives all of this. Maybe that's similar for you.
I think so,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
I can really hyper focus as well.
Mm,
So
hmm.
I can really do that. But yeah, yoga. So
Yeah.
yoga is actually probably a key thing and a bit of meditation.
Okay.
There's some really good, it's BBC meditation podcasts. They do 10
Hmm.
minute meditations, which is
Hmm.
amazing because even if you've got a really jam-packed day and you
Mm.
think, I haven't got time, it's so easy to think I haven't got time. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that just gets me sort of into that space. And also making time to actually do the gardening. So I do the community
Yeah.
garden near to me in Lampeter.
Hmm.
So I'm actually out and about. I'm a jobbing gardener. I'm actually amazing bunch of volunteers that I work with. I do
Yeah.
a workshop there once a month. They're quite raucous as well. They're quite naughty, so we have a very good laugh. And we're doing something great. We're nurturing this garden and we're growing food for local food banks. So that's really connecting. And there's lots of
Mm,
things like that as well. Just stepping away, step back in. I think like with, if you're doing fitness, you can do
mm.
endurance. So it's that idea of is it called intensive training, training where you do
Oh, like
period and you
hit
step back.
workouts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So I think if I was just sitting at a computer all day,
Mm,
which, often obviously editing the magazine, there is a need to
hmm
do that to an extent,
hmm
but I find I'm much better if I step away and do something. So do an activity,
It
some
refreshes you.
gardening and
Yeah,
come back. So do like basically chunks of time. And then I
okay.
think you're really productive then as a result.
That's good.
So that's good. I always find, again, I always think of new things that I can be doing. So
Yeah.
I've realized recently that I haven't been drinking enough water, for
hmm
example, that whole kind of check-in. I mean, I can be a bit hard on myself. Think,
Yeah.
come on, Kim, oh, you're so bad, you haven't been drinking enough
Yeah, that's
water.
not the
But
right approach. It needs to be like, yeah,
it's
but you
not, no,
could do more.
exactly.
It's not, I think a lot of people are always focused on what they haven't done rather than what they kind of are
Yeah.
half doing already and could just improve. Not necessarily, yeah, berate
No, this is it.
themselves. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but it's all a work in progress. I've got an amazing team at the magazine, so
hmm
that's great. So that really helps. And it's again about thinking every issue that we do, which is fortnightly,
Mm.
also every 2 weeks,
hmm
just changing. I'm always looking at ways of improving and changing
Yeah.
the way that we do things
Yeah.
to actually make it better, to make it more efficient, to make it, I suppose to open up the audience in a different direction.
hmm
Always
hmm
thinking of ideas in a good way, but we
hmm
get very excitable as well. So there's a lot of laughter and jollity behind the scenes, which
Yeah.
is really good.
That's
So
cool.
it's part of a community, the team, your good self included. We are, we're a community and also our readers, we feel very much that about that towards our readership as well. We get
Mm.
so many beautiful emails and even letters. I
Yeah.
get good old-fashioned letters coming through the post,
Is
which is
that how
actually really civilized.
that is cool? Is that how you kind of then judge how your demographic is changing in a way? Because you're then getting some emails and then you're maybe looking at social media for the comments there. Because how do you know when your readership kind of does change in demographic?
Well, we did a survey. Kelsey, the publisher, did a
Mm.
survey very
Mhm.
soon after actually relaunching the magazine. I took over as
Okay.
editor. So the demographic then was, I think it was 50s,
hmm
sort of 50
hmm
plus. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just 50, so
hmm
yeah, I'll be relevant, and I was very much about, again, tailoring what we did to the readership whilst also making adjustments because I've done a lot of change management work over the years
hmm
because I used to run PR companies in Brighton. So I've got all of that experience as well that was very important. But they did another survey and we'd gone down. This was I think it was last year, last year sometime. So I can't remember exactly when, but the age had, I think, evened out to about 40 something. So that might have changed again, but we do get a
Okay.
lot of letters and, well, emails from and messages on social media
Yeah.
from younger readers. So it's just good. The
That's cool.
magazine is relevant for everybody. So the more that we can open that up and make it relevant, the better that is. That's when I feel like I'm really doing what I need to do here.
That's really cool. And also when like I find like for myself, like in social media, I'm starting to measure what happens offline as well as online as well.
Yes.
So it's when people come up to me at a trade event or a flower show and kind of make a comment on something I put out there that, and I, and sort of, I'm not really sure how to do it yet, but I'm starting to like log that because that's as important as a load of
Interesting.
likes on social
Yes,
media. Do you know what I mean? It's just as, if not more
absolutely.
important, because that's a real call to action, which you don't have when you're just clocking up the likes and comments. So
No, you're absolutely
yeah.
right. And isn't it lovely as well?
Mm.
Because you've then got
Oh,
that face-to-face human
yeah.
interaction. As long as
Yeah,
they're
there's
saying
something
something
really
nice,
different about
which
it.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they are.
Yeah. Yeah, it always gives you a real boost for a couple of days. It's amazing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing Toby Buckland's Festival,
Mm,
which is
yeah.
coming up, which is
What date is
beginning of
that?
May.
Oh, I think I'll be
First
away.
and second of May.
Oh, I'll be away. Damn it. Yeah.
Oh, you're always away.
I'm sorry.
Where are you? Do you know?
I'll be on a cruise, a river cruise, doing
Oh,
lectures in through the Netherlands and down to Belgium. and then back up
Oh,
again.
how lovely. Oh,
I'm doing
sorry, I can't
two back
come.
to
I'm on a
back.
cruise. That
Oh,
sounds amazing.
but so does the festival. I've always wanted to go down.
It
So
is
you guys have
brilliant.
got a stand there.
Yeah, we did it last year. It's a bit of an
Mhm.
experiment. So it's an Ask the Experts area. So
Mhm.
we're doing that. I did some talks on the main stage, which I'm doing again. And it was just really good for meeting the readership, great
Yeah.
for subscriptions, just lots of things. Actually, Ruth and I were so touched by what people were saying. There were
Mm.
some people that came over that it was what they were saying was so heartfelt about what the magazine meant to them. And it might have been an editor intro that, in all honesty, I can't even remember writing because you do them every
Yeah,
fortnight.
I know, I know. It's
You
crazy.
trying to be profound every fortnight.
Yeah,
So, but so moving that we actually end up giving a few of them hugs because it's just how can you possibly say something that really responds in an appropriate way to what someone had just revealed, which was so
yeah,
personal, meaningful. So, no, it was lovely. It was really
oh,
good. And the festival itself is just brilliant as well. Toby and the experts, like
yeah,
Francis Tophill, are there meeting people at the gates,
yeah.
all very engaging.
Wonderful.
Such a lovely feel to the event.
Yeah,
So it's really good
I
to be
was almost
back.
going to go down like I think it might have almost been the pandemic year, but then it
Oh,
obviously didn't
right.
happen. I think it was that, but do you know what? You're probably the same. So much happens these days. I can barely remember what I did next last Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? It's just mad
It's
because we
that
do have that
pace.
mixed portfolio career. It's just not the
Yes.
same every day. And this morning when I just stayed in Cambridge last night because I'm flying to Germany later today for
Oh,
work.
yeah.
And like
Yeah.
it's just that like when I'm quite tired as well, it's like I wake up in the morning, I'm not sure where I am for the first like half a minute or something. It's really yeah, it's bizarre. But you're going on a lot of different like little trips here and there because you often get invited on
Yes.
PR trips, which are a great way of finding out about different brands here and there, don't you?
I have been doing that and it's been really fun actually. And
Mm,
I've been to Germany a lot recently in
okay.
particular. Last year there were three press trips to Germany. And it's quite interesting because I did German A level and I actually
Mm,
spent quite a lot of time in Germany. And I'm
okay.
not fluent in German at all, but
Yeah.
there are words that, they come out when they're needed. And so,
Like
do you know what
schnitzel.
I mean? Well, I do know some swear words as well, but I didn't actually need to use those, thankfully.
But
It
why
did come
Germany?
in
What's the link?
handy.
Or was it just by chance? Or there's a link with German horticulture?
Well,
Or
I think the first one was with, can I say the brand?
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. The first one was with Weleda, so I've known the
Ah,
company for quite a
okay,
long
yeah,
time, and it's such a beautiful company.
yeah,
Their
yeah.
products are amazing, and the biodynamic gardening is
Mm,
really, really interesting. So it was
mm,
visiting their gardens,
yeah.
they're near Stuttgart in
Okay.
Germany. So
Yeah.
that was just going to be a really good behind the scenes insight
Hmm.
into some of the wider biodynamic practices
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they use there. So it was absolutely fascinating. So there was that. And then it just seemed to be on a roll. And I just got invited to two more press trips that were also in Germany. And it's funny because I hadn't been to Germany for a long, long time. And
Yeah, yeah,
then,
yeah.
the momentum, the roll. And then I went to Barcelona in
Okay.
February
Hmm.
as
What
well
was
for
that
another
for?
trip. So
What was that
yeah,
for?
that was Ecovacs.
Okay, cool.
So they're launching in the UK. So they're a really interesting company. It
Mhm.
was also a cultural tour of Barcelona.
Yeah. No.
So I love Barcelona. So yeah, I'll do stuff I think it's useful for the magazine and
Yeah.
relevant.
But I
And
think it's also
it's
it helps keep your creative juices flowing as well. Like when
it
I'm out and
does.
about, I'm just like just I don't know, just having new ideas and new directions and yeah, it's helping for
Absolutely.
sure.
There is, isn't there? There's
Oh,
something about the
totally.
process of traveling,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it takes you away from the everyday
Yeah.
as well.
Well, I
But
don't have
means
any.
that you're
I don't really have it every day,
right.
especially not for the last couple of
No,
years.
of course not. You're here, you're there. Yeah, where's Michael? Oh, he's in Germany. Oh, no, he's
Honestly,
in California.
it just happened that way, honestly. Because we were both in the US a couple of years back, weren't we, as well, in
Yes,
Seattle at the
that was
Northwest Flower
brilliant.
Show. And you went the next year as well, didn't you? How was that?
I did. I
Yeah,
really, really enjoyed it. Such a lovely community of gardeners.
yeah, totally. And the
Just
the
met so many
talks
great
program
people.
is, I think, one of the best I've ever seen at a flower show. The talks schedule,
It really is,
it's
isn't it?
amazing,
Yeah, it's
honestly.
very, very impressive.
Yeah,
And I think it was just lovely as well. It was the way that the audience engaged with the topic
Mm,
of climate change
yeah.
was just really heartening. And
Hmm.
there was just lots around it that was great. I had so many great conversations
Yeah,
with people that
yeah.
were there, with fellow garden
Mhm.
journalists, influencers, just a lovely community. I
Mhm.
really do like Seattle, actually.
Yeah,
It's got a really
yeah.
good feel to it.
Oh, totally.
Obviously, some of the streets, maybe not so much, but you know what I mean.
Definitely. But it's really interesting because, like, I feel like I don't know where you feel they're at with climate change, but sometimes I feel like they're maybe a bit behind what our thinking is. Like, I've been at like an event where they're then still using things like Oasis and kind of like spraying
Yes,
that, and there's a lack of awareness. But actually, I think that's a pretty good thing because we're probably able to then get in earlier with the message, which is going to resonate a lot more. Where here, I worry sometimes we have a fatigue around it because there's a lot
absolutely.
of messaging. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do
No,
you feel on that?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And for me, it's with my work, it's about
Mm,
wanting to make a difference.
mm,
So that's why it was great to take on editing the Amateur Gardening magazine
mm.
because it was speaking to a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was editing the Organic Way magazine, you're speaking to an existing organic
Yeah,
gardener
they're already on your
audience.
side.
So
They're not.
yeah, so
The
it
real
was, I
job is
want
to recruit, isn't it? Yeah.
it is, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I seen because again, my PR background, it's really helpful actually to think about taking often really complex issues and then just
Mm,
making it really accessible to people. And
that's
also,
cool.
I know how to really hone down and tailor what I'm saying to the audience. So,
Hmm.
yeah, you're right. In America, I mean, they don't have peat-free
Hmm.
compost,
Mm,
for
mm.
example. So, but there was actually this awful lot of grassroots gardeners in America that are doing really inspiring things,
Yeah.
such as an awful lot of mobilizing with community growing,
Hmm.
reaching out to others, feeding into local food bank, fresh produce. There are an awful lot of great things happening there that we don't see in the news.
Hmm.
So there is a huge appetite for, certainly in Seattle and the gardeners that were
Yeah.
there, for these sort of progressive ways of growing, which was lovely as well. And it was really fun as well. It's again, you can be a bit more animated sometimes in
Yeah, yeah,
America.
yeah.
We did the plant off, didn't we, competition?
Yeah.
It was
It's
brilliant fun.
really, they just let themselves go in a completely different way. And it's like, I don't know, in English, we're just a bit too stiff with stuff sometimes, or they just really get into it and just like happy to embrace the
Absolutely.
fun of it. Yeah, which is cool. But it's so funny when we were there, like, I feel like our humor is like more like, what's the word? Not sarcastic, what's the word? But like more with a different nuance. Do you know what I mean? And so
Absolutely.
sometimes I think that went over their heads a bit. Like we were like two English people on stage, and they're probably like, "These guys are kind of cute and crazy. I love their accents, but I got no idea what they're talking about." Did you
I
feel
don't know.
that?
I think sometimes I do sound sarcastic, and I do have that sense of humour as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're
yeah.
absolutely right.
I think you're quite dry. Yeah.
I've got a dry sense of humour,
Yeah.
absolutely, which is just, again, it's all well intentioned, but
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, I had to sort of adjust that slightly. Although when I did the competition, the plant off on stage,
Yeah.
the second year, I really, really hammed that up.
Aha, did you?
So,
I
and
like to have
actually,
seen
because I,
that.
yeah, I think that actually really helped. And
Uh-huh.
talking about the world's oldest gardening magazine as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But no, what I really love is also they're kind of happy to like in the UK, like even a minute ago when you're kind of like, shall I mention a brand? In the US, they're happy to mention brands and kind of be quite casual about it, which is really nice and more relaxing and more realistic, I find. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Dry
yeah,
humour sounds
yeah.
nicer, doesn't it? I don't know.
But
Sometimes sarcasm can come across the wrong way, I guess.
but I also feel like English humor is one of the most developed in the world, I feel. Because
Oh,
there's
of
so much
course.
nuance and like even in the way we say something or like the pauses, the length of the pause, la la la. It's really, yeah, it's highly developed, I would say.
It's cheeky. It's cheeky, isn't it? I think. And
But
we
it's
can
very
take
layered as well, It's
it
really
is. No, you're
quite
right. You're right.
intelligently put together, really. Yeah. Not to blow
Yes.
our horns for a minute, but
Well, why not? Yeah. And,
Oh,
we can also take the mickey out of ourselves as well, which I
yeah.
think is
Oh,
also something where
100%. That's a really good skill, isn't it, to be honest?
I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
important to be down to earth. I
yeah,
think
totally.
it's really important to do that in so many different ways. But I
Yeah.
did find, we were talking about this when we were there, but I did find I had in Seattle quite a few people coming over to me and saying, have you just talking. They just wanted to hear me talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
then, they
I
actually
always
weren't
talk
listening to
really
what I was saying.
English when I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So funny.
So that was quite cute.
Ah, but you mentioned Brighton a minute ago because you lived in Brighton for quite a while, right? Because I stayed there for a week in what was it, Feb, and I feel like there's some little egg. No, I don't know how to describe it. I got some little embryo inside me that feels like I want to move to Brighton.
It is a fantastic place.
Yeah.
It's a great place to grow up. It really was.
Because you actually grew up there
Absolutely.
as a child as well.
I did.
Wow,
Yeah, I
that's
did.
cool.
Yeah, it was very, very fun place to grow
Yeah.
up as well. So
Mhm.
it's all sorts of opportunities for,
Yeah.
sort of socially with
Yeah.
music and
I
so
feel
forth.
drawn to it. I really do. I feel drawn to the coast, but also the kind of type of more open community in a way. And yeah, it feels nice. And also, I found a place doing delicious banh mi, the Vietnamese sandwich.
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
Whereabouts?
What was it called? On this street that is just at the bottom of the North Lanes.
Oh,
I
yes.
can't remember what it's called now, but it's Earl something. Just
Oh,
Earl's sandwiches. Oh my God, it's amazing. And it was deep fill. I like
oh,
deep fill because
fantastic.
like the thing that really disappointed me, and this is like again jumping back to America as well, like the food in the UK is always disappointing. Do you know what I mean? But then suddenly when I was in Brighton, I felt like they had a bit more of a foodie kind of appreciating that a bit.
There really
And
is.
sometimes in
Yeah.
London, yeah, you've got that, but you're paying a lot of money for it. But yeah, so
Yeah.
this banh mi was kind of like a symbol of that to me.
How exciting. No, it is foodie heaven. It really
Mm,
is. I mean, it wasn't like that when I was growing up, but
yeah.
it's really, yeah, it's great. I've obviously, I mean, I am from Brighton. I am very Brighton,
Mm,
basically, in so many ways. I live in Wales now, but
yeah.
in a way, I've almost become more Brighton as well. So
Oh,
it's,
really? You
yeah,
brought
so
some
just
Brighton to Wales.
so yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I drive a bright yellow VW Beetle, so
Yeah.
I'm quite a sort of colourful personality, I suppose, really. And Brighton growing up, I mean, when I ran a PR company there,
Mm,
I did it above a boutique clothes shop. So
hmm.
it's got that sort of element to it. There is, again, you make it your own,
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
your own way. But yeah, there's lots of things around it that are really fun and exciting, and it's very
Cool.
foodie for
Uh-huh.
sure.
But
That
in
place sounds
Wales,
great. I'll have to check that out.
oh yeah, totally. But in Wales, you said near Lampeter. Is that right? Yeah.
It's probably closest to Newquay, which people
Uh-huh.
then think is that in Cornwall, or Cardigan. So it's in Ceredigion.
Uh-huh.
Cardigan's quite well known,
That's
I
quite far
think.
over, isn't it? Yeah.
It is,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah,
It's
yeah. Yeah.
very, very west. So yeah, it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful,
Uh-huh.
beautiful part of the world.
And do they
So
speak Welsh there?
they do, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
My eldest son is a fluent Welsh speaker as
wow,
well.
that's amazing.
So yeah, definitely. And it's nice, the strong sense of community, lovely
Yeah.
people.
Uh-huh. And like what like you were moving there for more space, more kind of like what was your reasoning there, if I dare ask?
No, no, it's fine. No, absolutely. Well, I was running PR companies,
Yeah.
and it was basically I felt, I understand a lot about brands, which is helpful.
Mm.
That what I learned doing this, running PR companies and team, is
Hmm.
that actually these are skills that I could take something else. But what I really wanted to do, my love was with gardening. So
Hmm.
I've gardened since I was apparently a very moody
Hmm.
teenager, according to my
Hmm.
mum. Um, and which I'm quite often reminded of. But I don't
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
was that. I think I was just a teenager. But
Oh
hey,
God, our
so
parents, like whatever vision they have of us, it doesn't ever update. Like when you update an
no, that's
app,
so true.
like they never update their app that appreciates like my parents will always be like, I don't know, like I don't pay money back or I'm kind of like gonna leave a mess everywhere and it's like and I'm complete opposite of that. It's just honestly just
You might have done that
recalibrate
once.
yourselves, guys.
Yeah, you did that once, like however many
Oh,
years ago. No,
honestly,
it's
it's
so true.
mad.
So I have to admit, the last time, and actually when my parents visit, I do sometimes end up like turning into a bit of a moody teenager.
Yeah, I think yeah,
I
because
do because they push
that's
me
the
to it.
space. It's a space where it's comfortable to just do that or be yourself, isn't it? Really, I guess. Yeah, it's so funny, honestly. So
Well, we
what?
have we have different roles, don't we? Different
Oh,
narratives in a
totally, totally.
dynamic. So it's quite funny. So, but like, they say guests go off after 3 days.
Yeah.
So I think it's, I end up reverting
Oh, So sorry,
So,
why Wales? Sorry, I
oh,
threw you on a
Wales.
different
Yeah,
path
sorry,
there.
I
Sorry.
got slightly diverted
Well,
having a
I bumped you, so.
it's fine. Well, I wanted to move, I was doing all of this and I wanted to make a career out of gardening. So
Hmm.
that was my passion from a apparently moody, not teenager. And so really to move from a sort of lovely house, terraced house, very
Hmm.
small back garden in Brighton, and I felt I had to move away because I was the businesswoman in Brighton. So two young kids, and it just fell in love with Wales,
Hmm.
was able to get basically more space, a bigger plot
Yeah, yeah.
in that area. So it was all about that. I was very influenced at the time by River Cottage, Hugh Fernie
Okay.
Whittingstall. I wanted to
Yeah,
become self-sufficient. I don't do things by halves
yeah,
because I
yeah,
think neither do you. So if I want to
yeah.
do something, I
Oh
want
yeah,
to fully
same.
embrace it,
I'll do it and think about it
embrace it.
later, you know?
Yeah,
I'm almost
sleep.
like, you've got people around you that are overthinkers. I'm an underthinker. Totally. Oh, that's amazing. And you haven't like it's been the best thing you ever did, I imagine. Yeah,
Well, there's been quite a few things that have happened that have been quite interesting, but
yeah.
yeah, relationships and things
Is
like
this where
that. So
the uncut
yeah,
episode?
yeah, I know. But in a good way, I mean, actually, the thing is, there's this whole thing around being completely self-sufficient, and
Mm,
there's actually the reality of that is that if you want to be completely and utterly self-sufficient, it can be quite stressful. So I've done lots of
mm.
things with this. There's lots of
It's good
things
to
that
meet
I've
it
done and
halfway,
believed.
perhaps. Is that a better plan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's making it your own effectively.
yeah,
So now it's gardening. It's
yeah.
gardening, and that's what I feel incredibly passionately about, obviously. You'd hope
Hmm.
so, editing Amateur Gardening magazine. So,
Mm,
all of the other stuff was something that I've experienced, and I've been through those experiences, and it's informed what I do now. And I think
hmm,
people now need a garden for, yeah, you want to put food on the table, you want to grow
hmm,
flowers, maybe you want to grow your own cut flowers, so you don't
hmm.
buy them from the supermarket. It's all sorts of stuff around, you know,
Yeah.
the impact of that, and it will save money as well. You can grow them organically, so there's no sort of
Mm,
chemical implication
hmm.
of that. But also enjoy your garden for well-being.
Yeah,
So well-being and just to nurture yourself. I think that's so
yeah.
important now. And if you're trying to do everything, then it
Mm,
can become a bit stressful. So actually, I interviewed a lot of smallholders over the
mm,
years because I
hmm.
used to write for Country Smallholder magazine.
Okay, yeah.
So I did a lot of that. So I've met an awful lot of smallholders, interviewed them, and there were so many examples where people would leap and do a similar thing. They'd move to a big
Yeah.
plot and grow a lot of food, and then they'd end up feeling guilty
Hmm.
because they couldn't eat all the produce they'd grown. So
Okay.
you'd find these smallholders with like freezers full of frozen carrots,
Oh
and
wow.
there's no joy in a frozen
Yeah.
carrot, is there, in any way, shape, or form. So it's about finding your balance.
Yeah, that's interesting because I feel also, and I got this real theory with a lot of stuff in life, we do a lot of stuff curated as to what people will think of it as well. And,
Yes.
even
Yeah.
people, vegans, like if a vegan like followed an 80% vegan diet, they're probably going to worry that people are going to look at them and judge them. But like if that is 80% is pretty good. Do you know what I mean? For like the planet and
Yes.
people around you, but it's more geared
Absolutely.
towards what other people think. So if you're on a small holding, maybe there is the expectation around you that they're becoming self-sufficient, la la la. But actually, you do stuff at your own pace on your own terms. It's not about what other people think.
No, that's so
Yeah.
true. It really is,
Mm,
isn't it? And I think, like you say, I've had so many conversations with people where they've said, I'm,
mm,
like you say, 80% vegan, or I'm, whatever this. And I mean, I'm sort of mainly vegetarian.
hmm.
Um, but it's with all of this, it is about making it your own. But it's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is so difficult that there
I
is
think
a
we're
lot of pressure.
curating ourselves to other
Yeah.
people a lot in our lives, and
Yeah.
the minute we stop that, we
Yeah.
we kind of find a freedom and a more realistic approach to stuff as well. Yeah.
I've been reading some books about this recently, actually.
Yeah.
So I've sort of
Aha.
been deep diving again into this topic. So I think it's quite
Yeah.
fascinating.
Oh,
And
totally. I don't know how I got to it, but certainly in the last couple of years, I'm like, well, no, I want to do what's right for me, not what I
yeah,
think. Because you wouldn't want to get towards the end of your life and not have done what you wanted to do because of what someone was thinking. Someone that probably didn't
absolutely.
really mean anything to your life or anything, like, oh, I don't want to do that in front of the neighbors or this and this. It's like, what? Just life's too short, I don't know.
And I think on social media as well, you can see, because you obviously you see the picture perfect side of things generally.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see all of that. And, for example, this year there was a lot of people growing food very, very early.
Okay,
And
yeah.
again, because you got to create content, haven't you? So
Mm.
there
I
can be
guess
that
so, yeah.
push and people can feel
Yeah,
pressure, think, oh no, I haven't done this yet. So
yeah.
yeah, I think, and also with all the things happening that can be a bit stressful, the more you can root yourself like a tree,
Mm. Yeah,
deep
true.
roots,
Yeah,
who am I? What do I think? The better
yeah.
that is in a positive
But I've
way. And
also this is
ditching the guilt,
oh totally. But also
ditch that guilt.
this is probably for a part two episode. But like I feel like sometimes we feel the world is so dangerous, this and this. But I feel like there's always been stuff going on, but it's just these days
Yes,
we have so much more news. We have other people's opinions on social media. We have news
absolutely.
that is irresponsibly written in a clickbait format as well. And even some of the most reputable outlets do that. And it's just so I feel like there's always been like I would have been terrified to live through the Cold War with the threat
Yeah,
of like nuclear, and there was like actual adverts on TV showing you how to hide under the sofa, and like we're not really at that level. Do you know what I mean? It's like
no.
really so many different. Oh, Kim, I could talk to you all
So
day, honestly.
profound.
Sorry.
You're so profound. It's so
Oh,
true.
thank you. And
No,
look,
it is.
profound at 9:35 a.m.
Yeah, I know. Good effort.
Oh,
I
because I'm a
think I need more
cheapskate,
coffee.
we have 4 minutes, 15 seconds left, 4 minutes 10
Okay.
now, but I want to make the most of all of those minutes. So what would you like to air to the audience in the next 4 minutes?
Well, I
What's your
think
messaging?
thank you. Two
Don't
things.
worry. Here we go. Here comes the
Tick,
ad.
tick, tick.
I love
Yeah.
it. You're going in
I
more
went
professional, yeah. I
I
saw
went
you
on a
change
yoga.
gear.
I know. Yeah, whoa. Shoulders back. Here we go. Let's have it. I went on a yoga retreat
Yeah.
last year, late last year, and they're sort of linked with it's a place, it's called Plantation Villa actually, and
Hmm.
they're linked with a retreat in Sri Lanka,
Hmm.
and they have a visiting Buddhist monk that comes over.
Oh,
And he said exactly what you just said about the world,
yeah.
that if you have anxiety about the world and what's happening right now,
Yeah.
know that actually it is globalization and it is because it is coming
Yeah. And I
at
think
us from all
as a
angles and
human,
just
you're
try
not,
and switch off.
yeah, as a human, you're almost not designed to be aware of something on the other side of the world, but also at the same time
Yeah,
to concern about something on the other side of the world, as
yes,
well. Like that
yeah.
sounds heartless, but also you kind of there's enough to sort, closer to home, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. I mean, when I say switch off, I don't mean switch off from horrible things in terms of
Mm,
not caring about it, but
mm.
know that actually there is a lot of kindness in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, oh,
And I
totally,
think
totally.
like you were talking about earlier, being at events and actually having people coming over to you
Yeah,
in person, on social media
it
as
helps
well.
you
There's
get the
a great
perspective
community
back a
there.
little bit.
But I think that's lovely. And I love this idea of little acts of kindness. I quite often will just give people compliments out and
Mm.
about
Mm.
and it's or
Yeah,
smile at people
yeah,
and
yeah,
just
totally.
engage with them.
Yeah,
Or if someone's a bit grumpy, I will try and
yeah.
talk to them
It's
because I
difficult
quite
in London though, isn't it?
it is a little bit sometimes you think I'll just leave it,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
point
Like
apart.
sometimes I'm like, it makes me sad that I can't sometimes. I really like someone's shirt or something, and I really want to
Yes.
vocalize that, but it's just really, yeah, it's not easy. It
You
makes me
do have to
sad,
strike a
actually.
balance. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had situations where because like on the tube I'm looking around
Yeah.
and then you get like the obviously like visible like drunk coming over to you wanting a chat.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't
Yeah,
want to
that
be around
person wants to chat.
that time. Yeah. So there
Oh,
is a balance to be had, but little acts
yeah.
of kindness, I think, can
Yeah,
go an
totally.
incredibly long way
And
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 teach people
also
that there is goodness in the
to
world, because there is.
but to be selfish about it as well, it makes you feel good. Do you know what I mean?
It
To be
does, yeah,
nice feels
absolutely.
nice, and that's what people
It
don't
really
get.
does.
Oh,
It really
you
does,
got a
yeah.
minute left
A
to give us
minute
a plug,
left. Oh,
for
well,
your magazine.
yeah, the lovely Amateur Gardening magazine. So
Yeah.
we get so excited about the magazine and the content, and we are getting so many new readers coming through, which is
Right,
just
cool.
absolutely fantastic to see. We really do adapt to ideas that flow through because we're doing it for our readership. It's a
Mm,
family of down-to-earth gardeners, so we welcome everybody to come and be part of that. And we like to make people feel good. So it's a safe space where we give people the latest solutions basically for a better, more enjoyable, well-being garden. And we do weave in a bit of humour as well, because we feel that's quite appropriate right now.
Thank you.
Not slapstick, obviously.
Oh, no, thank you so much.
Might go that way, depending what happens in the world. No, it's just very welcoming and and actually something else I should probably just say.
Kim, you've got 15 seconds probably.
15
Make it quick.
My house is up for
Or
sale.
you will be cut off.
So my small holding is currently up for sale.
Really?
I'm going to be moving closer to Cardigan.
Oh, very nice. Oh, cool. Well, keep me updated on that. And thank you so much for your time today. It's been nice to have a half gossip, half interview. Transform your garden the easy way with Garden on a Roll. This is the perfect solution for beautiful ready-made borders. If you love the look of professionally designed planting but don't have the time, knowledge or patience to plan it yourself, Garden on a Roll has you covered. Garden on a Roll are supporting Series 20 of the Plant-Based Podcast. Each border by Garden on a Roll is expertly designed by award-winning garden designer Anthony Henn and delivered with a simple, pre-planned, biodegradable template that you just roll out and plant in one go. No guesswork, no stress, just follow the instructions and enjoy the results. Whether you're refreshing a tired space or starting from scratch, you'll get a cohesive, seasonal design that works with the plants chosen, which will thrive together and look good all year round. Choose your style and size, and everything you need is then delivered to your door. It is planting by numbers. Visit Garden on a Roll today and bring your outdoor space to life.